Hello everybody, hope you are well. So about a week after the promenade stages, need to do a bit of prep work for Mull, so I've got a bit of a list to sort out. Insert that here. Just gonna get the van sort of like racked out, ready for all the spares to go on the side of the van. Thought a bit of an idea, be a lot easier in the dark if you're going doing the interim services and stuff and remote services with the van. So that's what we're doing today. Just going to show you over here. We've got some LED lights in here that we installed not that long ago, a few weeks ago. So nice and bright in the dark, both sides. Doesn't really look very bright at the moment, but it's bright sunshine. But we'll get there. So yeah, the plan is to get some mesh just on these doors here, and also the big panel up here and above here, and just wherever we can fit really. Just zip tie as much stuff as we possibly can, rather than having everything in boxes. We're going to put everything sort of like in plain view, so it'll be quite good. Got some mesh ready down here on the floor, so let's get to it. So just got that piece there, that's ready for screwing onto there. And we also do have this bit left, which is like a big L shape. So we're just going to see if this will go here, around that spare wheel. Would you look at that? What a beaut. Well, that's got to go there, isn't it? I can hang drive shafts up there, zip tie them up there out of the way. Beautiful. So there we have it. Got a nice panel on the back there. That works quite well. Got that bit all screwed up round there. And we've got a nice big side section on here too. Just ran out of stuff for this one, but on second thought, I might leave this free for hand wash. And I've got a little hand wash thing that might go on there, or some rags or whatnot. So I might even build a shelf just across there. But yeah, that's as far as Mabel the Merc goes, and a service van. She's kind of all ready for a load of zip ties, or all the spares will go up there now. So that's, rather than having everything in boxes, because when on the interim services on Mull, it is pitch black. So it's going to be tricky to find, start going through boxes if you need something in a rush, like a bottom arm or like a drive shaft or a steering arm or something like that. So yeah, that's what I've come up with. Hopefully it works. I've seen a lot of the rally teams sort of do this as well, just so everything's visible basically, rather than being in the bottom of the box. So yeah, load of zip ties and all the spares will go on there. But as for now, let's get back to Rhondda now that Mabel the Merc's done. Hello everybody. So it's about a week after the promenade stages. That was last weekend. So all a bit of a come down after the rally really. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I've just had a smile on my face looking at all the photographs, and started an Instagram this week. Put the link down below in the description. That seems to be going okay. Keep uploading little pictures of the rally. Never had an Instagram before for the rally page, so we've got a Facebook page too, so follow that too if you like. Andy Wild Rallying on the Instagram. Just keep uploading little videos and pictures really. I'm not really massively keen on putting every day like some people do, but I'll get as many as I can on there. Anybody send me pictures or anything like that, I'll put them up for you, no worries. So yeah, Rhonda's performed amazing on a first tarmac event. Thoroughly enjoyed getting to like running in the dry. Just so much grip, it's untrue. I probably on that last rally just a little bit cautious really. Didn't want to come home with any damages because I only got a short sort of time frame before we go to the road to Mull. And then yeah, so just brakes and everything's perfect. Hardly any problems with the car all day over the 2 days. So yeah, massive, really enjoyed it. Keep looking at all these little videos and stuff on YouTube and trying to find myself on there, but there's not too many on there because obviously we're not the head of the field, but one day we might be in the, but we'll see. We'll get the car spec up a little bit. Well yeah, so for now we need to got a bit of a job list to sort out. Just done a few jobs on Mabel the Merc, so we've got to get cracking because we have literally got 20 something days left. Today is the 19th of September. Mull is coming fast. So I've got a job list to sort out and I need to get on with it. So yeah, let's get to. Also, just a massive thanks to Steve and Phil who came down on the rally. Steve's a big help, and Phil too, driving us to and from the accommodation, and just having support around you, just close friends that are around you. It's just been really appreciated. Obviously I'm in sort of territory that I've never done before, so I'm pushing myself doing these videos, but just having friends around, just yeah, it just, I don't know, I understand now when people say like family support, friend support, it does make a massive difference. But so I'm looking forward to going to Mull because we've got quite a big group of people who are staying with up at Mull. The house actually holds around 12. Well, I think we've got quite a few going up anyway. So I know everybody who's up there. You walk down the high street of Tobermore and you'll probably know half the people in the rally world anyway. So, but yeah, no, really looking forward to the next one. But thank you very much for Steve and Phil for helping out in the last one. Really appreciated. Cheers. So, new exciting things that are happening. We've got some new parts came. We've ordered a few things, just little bits really, everything that you just kind of need. So, just dive into this box down here. So, first things first, found we had some slight rust issues on the, just some cheapo windscreen wipers that we've got. I don't know if you can see very well. They're just a little bit rusty, just look a bit awful. Don't know if they're going to work that well, but let's just get some new ones just for Mull. No expense spared, eh? We've got some nice new headlight bulbs, just some LED. We found that on the promenade stages, one of the bulbs went out. Not good really, but we still had the lamp pod, so that was good. Talking about that, on the probably seen online on the last video. The lamp pod came loose, and what I've got at the moment is just this sort of setup here with it's got like a thing wound into the bumper, and the lamp pod sits up here. And on the second stage on a Friday, I don't know if these came off or I forgot to put them back on, but it was wobbling about like mad. So, and they're only a little plastic push-on sort of effort, so they weren't really like the best things to be using really. So spent a little bit, not too much budget and all that, and we've gone for some of these, which are, I don't know if you can see, so these the quick release, but you end up just pulling this down and the pin comes out, so not going to pop off. don't want that halfway through a stage on Mull, which is 10 times bumpier than promenade stages down there. So yeah, these will be pretty handy. I've got these to cut to length that you need. They're both the same on both ends. So yeah, quite a good little addition really. I thought let's not mess about with wobbly lamps. Oh, pet hate, can't stand it. I have got some. I haven't got them just yet, but the corner of the car, I've seen on quite a few sort of rally cars doing Mull before. You've got your lamp pod up the front, but your lamps will probably be around here. So because the corners on Mull, I'd say they're pretty tight. So when you're actually looking like 45 degrees, your lamp pod's actually protruding like down the road, probably not around the corner that you're supposed like you're trying to get round. So got some LEDs to come onto the corners of the car here. I've got them to wire in, got them to fix it. It's on the job list, lots to do. But they will just help with looking around the corner basically. So yeah, I've got them on the way. Got they're pretty big, about 5 or 6 inch for corner ones. So they'll be a nice little addition really. So that'll help anyway, won't it? So what else we got in here? Mr. Phil. Oh yeah, he spotted the fan belt was a bit worn, shall we say. I've never replaced it, and I've had the car since 15. Probably not the best maintenance, but I've got new fan belts. That'll help. What we got? Oh yeah, another thing. We had got one of these, which is a tyre pressure gauge. My little cheapy digital one did not look very good on the last time I used it. Couldn't hardly see the digital printout, but so I went and got a proper decent one. Need some batteries in that. And what else have we got in the magic box? Got some new Project MU pads to go in the rear. I really rate these ones that are in the front. Normally use Mintex 1155s, but decent price on eBay, decent pad, didn't overheat, best pedal all day that I've probably ever had. Wow, you can't really go wrong. I've had the pads in the back of the car since I built it. I've not actually swapped them. I'm not saying the car's done loads of miles, but you know, it'll probably take 500 miles to run a proper set of pads in, but I just feel a bit comfortable on these than what's been in, to be fair. The handbrake's gone a little bit crap, and I thought it's alright for gravel, you know, you pull the handbrake and you're going around that corner sideways, but when you get onto a tarmac and you've got a really sticky rubber, might just help. Anyway, so I've got those to bed in as well before we get to Mull. What else did we win? We won this as well. We ran out on, we're bleeding the brakes and the clutch down on New Brighton, so got some AP. Happy days. So yeah, these are just some of the things that we've got at the moment. Also, the clutch was a bit, I want to say iffy, but on the prom rally, it's quite a new clutch. I put it in not really that long ago. It was about, I think we did I had a bit of an off in March, then we did the Greystoke rally, so I put a new clutch in because I thought it was like, well, not worn down, but on these pressure plates for a paddle clutch, you don't get a right lot basically. And this is one I've ordered from a company called Tegua, which do a lot of Honda parts in the UK. This is a 6 paddle clutch puck thing, no springs in the middle of it. Going to be pretty interesting in a bit of traffic. But yeah, basically the clutch that I've got in at the moment, I've never been mega happy with it. And when I put it in, I did suspect. This is the pressure plate. Don't even know. Is it? That's pressure plate. Leave your comments. And these springy things are a lot firmer than what we're in, basically. So I feel a lot comfortable putting this one in. And it comes with new bearing to go in the end of the jobby, and new thrust bearing, what do you call it? One of them. So yeah, I'll stick that in. That's obviously quite a big job. Got to get a bit of gearbox out. But as I'm doing that anyway, I've got some new drive shafts to go in. So just to basically not refresh, but it's quite. And there's a new shaft in one side, so I've always thought, right, well, I'll take both of them off, use them as spares, and then put some new shafts in just for the peace of mind. So yeah, quite a bit to do. There's what else have I got? I've got about another 10 jobs that I need to sort out as well. But I'm happy that now the van's ready to go. That's just ready for all the zip ties, just to get zip tie all the parts in there. Also, did say about this. We have some wide arches on the Civic. Made it a bit of a wide arch affair. Probably just because it handles better. That's all I can sort of say about that. Just made the track that little bit wider, and it's like a go-kart around corners. So I'm not saying the original setup wasn't good anyway, but for me, I'm more than happy. So, but we did run into a bit of an issue with these wheels and the wheel arch. So as you can, I don't know if you can see just there, but they do actually protrude. I think the arches that I had on before were wider, so they did stick out here a little bit, which would just cover that rim. Now, in the blue book on 2019 regulations on the Motorsport UK, not MSA, they say that you have to have all your tyre, wheel, rim, everything within the bodywork. So within the bodywork means obviously behind that. So I have ordered, and I have found on FaceTube, some wider arches. So these from here to here are 110mm. So I have ordered some 150s. So Rhonda's going to get quite a bit wider in the front. So that's going to be nice on some hay bale chicanes or whatnot, but we'll just have to be a bit careful. But it just means everything's covered. There's no doubt of, you know, running into problems when we get to scrutineering when we get up there. So that's just a bit of a precautionary thing, really. They're not too bad if you look. I don't know if you can see, but they're not. It looks a bit worse there actually, but then the borderline, I'd say. But yeah, just to be safe and sorry. So yeah, we'll have a go at doing that. So yeah, let's get cracking. Thank you to our little friends down at New Brighton Promenade of Scrutineers. I don't remember the last video. We've got these cut off little stickers, and they weren't big enough apparently. So we've ordered some new ones. There we go. So oh yeah, thinking about it, they're a lot bigger than what I've got on. Yeah, I can see what you mean now. I seem to have. Oh, I don't know. That one's about similar. Maybe it is a bit bigger. But yeah, so that's got those to put on. Happy days. Fancy things. Yeah. Some fancy new ones on there. Happy days. Wing things onto HQ. Wherever they are. Nice one. So I've just come to start having a go at taking these headlights out. No, the headlight bulb, shall I say. And the one that's in there has had some action, as we can see. This unit did get a bit of a squish on the scuff earlier on this year, so we'll just have a go at taking those out now and put the new ones in. And there we go. Not in too bad a shape. Well, I think when you look at it, it's a bit skew with, isn't it? I think these fins and the fan in the back, the fan in the back won't be doing too good, I don't think. But anyway, that's the one that's failed, so we'll discard that one and get the new ones in. fan in the back of that one. Happy days. So next up on the list, power steering belt. As we can see, the one in here, which is this one right here, not looking so new. So we will crack that off. It's got a little adjuster just here, and then a little 10-12mm just behind there. Let's do that.
Got that nice and loose, that's nice and free. There's another one just down here, let's just cut that off, and then can't free the bird. I'm guessing she'll just tap down with the knock on it a little bit, and job with a good one. Even better than a hammer. Didn't realise that this is the way forward. Find the adjuster down. As you can see, never done this before. Take it till you make it, what you're like today. So get that so the belt can literally just fall off, like so. Get off the pulley at the bottom, and she is away. Ta-da! I like it. New one in. Bear with me, I need to answer this. So, new belt in, happy days. Need to just wind this back up, till it's nice and tight, make sure it's on the pulley. It's nice on the bottoms there too, so just spin that in a minute. So the old one, not quite going to throw that away just yet, in the Varying, you always need a spare, so we'll just keep hold of it just in case we need another one. Just for whatever reason, you don't know what can happen, it'll just get you out of a jam on it, I suppose. So, I'm guessing, not too tight on this, but about that, I think. Maybe a little bit more, a little twist more. But yeah, time the two bolts up, and that's another job off the list. Happy days.
So I was just walking past the trailer and just happened to put my knee on the spare, and yeah, that shouldn't be flat. That's not up. And just closer inspection, I don't think it's a new one. We've had a repair there at some point, so I will have to have a look at that. Maybe it might be the valve, but we will see. Need a new one. Can't be going with no spare on the trailer. Next thing on the job list for Rhonda is to get this gearbox out. So we're going to make a start and have a go at doing this clutch. So first things first, we'll wheels off. The next thing we need to do is take the hood nut off and the castle nut from underneath. This thing here, that's actually, it's not a castle nut, that's actually a locking nut on there, so that's going to do that now. Doing its job, love it. Next thing, we need to get the sump guard off, so undo these that we've got down here. Keep the bolts nice and safe. A little washer there. Obviously I'll just mirror this, just do it the same side and the other side. So these are all captive nuts on the bracket. Put that in there just to catch it.
Oh, four skills. Wrong side.
and annoyingly I couldn't remember if I had to take this Freya subguard frame off. There's a bolt here and one here, not going to get that if I'm got this framework on still, so off with the framework. Ta-da! And then we've just got a few more just up there, and then we'll be jobs are good in. It's all loose now, it's about to smack me in the head, so we'll just move out the way. There you go, it comes down like that. So on the back there, it's still hooked up on the gear link, so I've that to address in a minute. How I've designed this one, I've actually hooked over the exhaust horseshoe at the back as well, so I'll try and get away with not having to take the exhaust off just to save a bit of time, but let's have a go. So currently in the middle of getting tortured under a car, so I'm going to drop the exhaust out of the way because, you know, trying to save time and that's not going to work. And I've just got to somehow get the damn thing off.
Winning.
Whew. Right, so finally got her off. Always an absolute pain this bit, but it's a necessity. It has to go over the exhaust. It's got to hang somewhere. So next on the list of torture, on the in the world of Honda, they've got a thing called a bitch pin, and it's literally listed on all the. If you need to buy a new one, that is actually what it's listed at, because they're an absolute bitch to get out. You could hit that with Thor's hammer, and that ain't going nowhere. So what I've got to do is just disconnect this, drop that stabiliser out of the way, go down to the other end on the actual shifter and unhook it there, and then when the gearbox comes out, it comes out all as one. Just undo this out of here. That little bolt there with a nice big washer, so that pops off here just by hand. It's like a stabiliser, it's a little jobby, so we'll just push that down there out of the way. And then next up, just up there, unhook it from the link. So there we have it. The gear link's all down and ready to come out. That's all nice and loose. So next up, we will come up above and free up another few things. We'll start off taking the airbox off, and we'll start taking the electrics off. So, got the slave cylinder out the way that just sits down here. That's just this one right here. And what else we got? We've got the earth cable off the body, sits on this little pin down here. And we've got the lives that go to the starter motor. That's all off. So I'm assuming we're now just ready for the mechanical bolts just to come out that go from engine to gearbox bell housing. And then we're pretty much there. So we'll take that back engine mount out so we can put the engine on a bit of an angle, and then gently just get the gearbox just under the chassis leg just here, and then it should, in theory, just slide off like a new one, but we'll see. So we've just got this torque mount unbolted, and that's come out nicely. Give a bit of luck. There we go. One out. And what else have we got now? So probably start having a go at that back mount, get those so we can start putting the engine over the lane. There we go, so we've got 3 bolts just back here. We've got these 2 holding, this is the engine mount bracket, and then there's one here holding the engine block cast into the gearbox housing, so we'll undo those 3, and then we'll be on to stuff like this, these 2 as well. Down here, so yeah, we'll crack on. So I've got the cast on it off, and we've just taken this pin out here, drop the bottom arm down, and that now should, got the caliper hanging up there, let the drive shaft come out. So I won't pull too hard just yet. I've got the intermittent shaft to loosen up on this side. So we'll just drain the oil from the gearbox. Golden syrup tub. Nice and clean, as you can see. We'll see what colour the oil is when it comes out of here. Move that out of the way a minute. So you put your little socket in there. Pull nice and tight on that. So you undo that again. Just undo it to the point where it's going to start coming out and about to get stuck in it. Shove that under that. And our survey says, let's get that in the middle. Oh, look at that. To be fair, it hasn't done many miles, hasn't this gearbox oil? Pretty damn clean to me. Happy days. We'll get some fresh in that. So we've got the drain plug back in. That's all sorted. So we're just going to go ahead and slide the shaft out of here. It should be, try not to damage those oil seals. So just taking the bolts out of the starter motor. That's now nice and loose. And just unplug this little jobby here. Don't damage it. As you can see, Rhonda is not a new car, so she has got some old wiring, but she seems to be faring up so pretty good so far. So, oh, drop the starter motor. There we go. Out of the way. So got some bolts undone down below. You can see the newish sort of clutch that's in there. So it's not that old at all. So I think now we're ready for a trolley jack just underneath. Block of wood, and then start undoing this, and then undo the rest of the bolts. Should be there. So just broke away this bracket. It's like a torque bracket, because the engine is now very loose, as you can see. You can rock it back and forwards. I've got a solid engine mount, I don't know if you can see. Just under there is a solid engine mount. It's quite a new one, and if I kept that on there, it'll actually pull the bushing out of it. So I'll loosen that off, so that's not going to move down with the engine now, so that'll be nice. Next thing, this thing now, just drop that down.
it is.
What's that? We got a new one. Brand new one.
So there we go, gearbox it out. Just slide that there. There we go. So a bit dusty in there, and as can expected, that's a brand new release bearing, but still feels alright. Don't know what the juddering was. Clearly just that's the clutch that's in it. But yeah, wasn't quite happy with that one, so we'll just get rid. Next. So just looking at this, doesn't even look like it's been touched, to be honest. Oh, that's interesting. Bloody falling to bits. No wonder it's juddering. Oh well. To the bin. That's quite impressive, really, isn't it, when you look at that? Oh well. What's that? 60 stage miles? Finish! Before this one goes in, get rid of all that transit oil and whatnot that comes on them. Should be alright that side. So we will say goodbye to that one. And hello to Mr. New. Nice. It's nice on there. A lot smoother. Job is a good one. Happy days. Just to do a direct comparison of what we've got here. Obviously we've got the new clutch this side. So just come over here just to look at this. These things here seem to be a lot thinner than these monsters that we've got on this. So these I can't even move at all. And, these are a bit, I don't know, seem to be a bit, there's a lot of thinner ones and we'll go for bigger ones. So yeah, there we go, and there's the new paddle clutch. A bit missing out of the old one. So no wonder it was juddering. It does not seem to be look very, it doesn't seem to be worn on some of it as well either. Oh well. Next. Okay, thanks for watching this episode. We'll rejoin back in episode 5. But yeah, it's been a long old day. But we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.